Hello, this is a reassessment video for long division. So first, partitive division definition is when you share some things equally with a fixed number of groups, and then you see how many things end up in one or each group. So in other words, you want to distribute all of the things to each group equally. So we have 2,890 cookies and 34 classrooms. So if we have 34 classrooms, we want to distribute all those 2,890 cookies equally to each classroom. So the hard way would be to give each group one cookie at a time. So one classroom gets one cookie, one classroom gets one, and so on and so forth. So that would be the hard way. That would be not really efficient. So we're going to use partitive division to make it more efficient and distribute equally. So I have here a little setup of what we're going to be doing up here. So I have the visuals here to follow along with the steps and the explanation here. So follow along. So first we start with the biggest place value, which is 1,000. And then we ask ourselves a couple of questions for each of the steps. So we say, can I give 1,000 to each group? Because that's our biggest place value. And if so, how many 1,000s? So, if you can see here, no, because you need about 34,000 cookies. If you would give out 1,000 cookies to each of those groups, you do not have enough cookies to do that, because you would need about 34,000 cookies, because 1,000 times 34 is 34,000. So right here you can see what I did, so you don't have to draw these zeros, but just so you can understand better. So you can kind of dot in these zeros. So that would mean 34 times 0 is 0. So we're multiplying by 0, which obviously gives you 0, and this remains 2,890 cookies. So far we haven't done anything. So up here, you can draw in a little 0. Alright, so the next question, can I give 100 cookies to each group or classroom? So on the side right here, we have the breakdown of the problem, and no, you cannot give 100 to each group because, again, you do not have enough cookies. You would need about 3,400 cookies, and we have 2,890 cookies, so that's not enough to give equally, since we are using partitive division and sharing something equally to each of those groups. So right here, you can see what we did right above here too. We multiplied by 0, 0, 0. Which again gives you 0. And we still haven't given any classroom cookies yet. We still have 2,890 cookies because we're multiplying by that 0 because we don't have enough yet. Alright, so now we move on to the next place value. First we did 1,000s, which is the biggest. Then we did 100. Now we're moving on to the 10s place. So once again, we can dot in that 0, since, again, we're not giving away any more cookies. So the fourth step, can I give 10 cookies to each group at a time? So 10 for one, 10 for another, 10 for another, and so on. So if so, how many 10s? Yes, we can finally give away cookies to a classroom, to all the classrooms, because if you gave away 10 to each group, you would only need 340. And as you can see right here, we have 2,890. So how many 10s, since we can at least give away 10 cookies to each group? How many? So we can give away 10, 20, 30, and 40. And it ends up being the highest amount we can give away is 80. So 80 cookies. So that's like saying for each group, you can give away 80 cookies at a time. So since we are multiplying 34 times 80, pretty much, because you're giving away 80 cookies, this would equal 2,720 cookies. but since we're in the tens place, you only write that 8, but you have an imaginary 0 here. So this would equal 272, but you're really doing 2,720 cookies. So what you have left, how many cookies you have left is the 170, because you subtract these, and you're really, when you give away 80 at a time, so 80 for each of those 34 classrooms, you're really subtracting 2,720 cookies because of the place value you are in, since we are giving 10 at a time. So we're giving away 8 sets of 10. So now we have 170 cookies left. Now what can we do with those 170 cookies? So up here, since we gave away 80, imaginary 0, that would give you 272 or 2,720, and you subtract that just like we did right here with this breakdown. That would be 8 minus 7 is 1,